Alright, welcome back to RotoCityTech. So today I am out here going to install this from a company called Hitchport. So I contacted them because I was just talking with my wife about how I hate putting my weight distribution bars in the ground or on the ground or just hanging them over the frame. And so I found this company that makes a storage solution for them. They're just little brackets that can screw into your frame, and then you slide your distribution bars or your spring bars, whatever it is, in them. You can kind of see in this photo in them, and it just kind of holds them in place. This is for my weight distribution hitch, because that is a pain. And then this one is for my bars. And also, they were nice enough to send me this Hitchgrip, is what they call it. And this just hooks onto your 2 5/16 inch ball, and it allows you to pick up your weight distribution hitch a little bit easier, so they say. So we're going to try that out. And then it came with a little bag here, it looks like, for your distribution hitch. So I'm going to unpackage these, and then we're going to work on getting these installed. Super simple. I believe these came with some security screws, so you can't just use any nut driver to get these off. So I'm going to read the instructions, and we are going to just throw these on the camper real quick. Alright, so here we go. We're going to give the Hitchgrip a try. Here is my weight distribution hitch. These are kind of a pain, if you know, to move around. You usually got to use 2 hands. So here we're going to do, this only works with a 2 5/16 ball. So let's get this slid on there. And then we're just going to lift. So actually that is pretty freaking sweet. Instructions say here to measure your receiver. So mine is 2 inches. You can see there, 2 inch tube, and it has a chart here. And you just go to where it says 2 inches, and then the screw hole locations is 1 inch. So when you have your bracket here, pretend like this is your frame rail. We are going to want to measure 1 inch below our frame rail, and that is where our screw holes will go. So we're going to go mark those on the trailer right now. I also know that they say you want to keep it close to your trailer. We want to measure 1 inch. So I said that wrong a minute ago. We want to measure up 1 inch from the bottom, because I'm going to install it on the bottom here. I didn't read the instructions correctly. 3/16 drill bit. Alright, so I messed up, and he says to use cutting oil, and I didn't use any cutting oil or any kind of lubrication, and it kind of ate up my screws pretty bad. So don't do that. Now I've got these holes that are no good. So I'm just going to use some self-tappers that I have, normal self-tappers. And we're going to start this process over. Hitchport does offer these with just normal self-tappers, not these security ones. I don't know what happened. They got destroyed. That's probably my fault. I mean, it was my fault. And then just slide this in there. The Hitchport weight distribution hitch bracket. That's pretty sweet. So now the only thing left to do is install the other one for our little bars. So we're going to tackle that in the same way. I think the perfect spot for my bars here is going to be right here where they are out of the way. And so again, this comes with a chart, and you have to decide if you want it above or below the frame, like this one was below. So now we're going to go above the frame. And so I measured my bar diameter, and it was the 1 7/16, which is right here, the second one for a round bar. And I got to measure 15/16 of an inch down from top frame on the inboard surface. So basically, it's going to be hard to film because this is kind of in the way, but you got to measure on the inside, 15/16 down from the top of the frame. So it's basically almost an inch. And then we're gonna mark our holes, and I'll get back to y'all. So the battery just died on the pocket, and it's gonna be too hard to install it back here without moving all this out of the way. So I'm just gonna put it next to everything else right here. Basically, I'm gonna put a piece of tape here. Like I said, I just held this up, marked my holes, 15/16 inches up from the bottom. Now I'm gonna drill a couple pilot holes. Finally got that one installed as well. What we're gonna do is grab our spring bars, put one in, put the second in, and there you go. And it doesn't really stick further out than doesn't stick further out than the camper. And honestly, you could move these forward quite a bit if you needed to keep them out of the way. Pretty cool. Really a simple solution. Thank you, Hitchport, for sending those out. I'll grab one of these, both of these real quick. So yes, big shout out, and I'll link them in the description below, as well as the 3 different things that they sent me. So we have the trailer tongue spring bar storage kit, and then the trailer tongue hitch bar storage kit. And again, I think those security screws are my fault, and you know, that's on me. But anyways, just some normal self-tappers I use, just some 3/4 number 10 self-tappers, and that seems to work just fine. And then of course they sent out the Hitchgrip, and that thing is really sweet. Because I didn't have some cutting oil and some anti-seize, and I ended up breaking some of the security bolts. But Hitchport was awesome enough to send me out some new ones, and so I wanted to redo some of this. So what I'm going to do here is just I've got these security bolts again. I'm going to put a little bit of anti-seize on them. Okay. And then I'm going to have my cutting oil. I just got some lube here, and use it as I put these in. Nice and secure. Get a little paper towel and we'll clean that up. But yeah, so that went so much more better, if that's the correct terminology. A little bit messier with all this stuff, but the anti-seize lubricant and some cutting oil or power lube, which that is, and we'll get those put in nice and tight, and then now nobody can take those out. Again, we're going to put some of this anti-seize on these security bolts. So I wanted to refilm my outro to this and give a big thanks to Hitchport and Gary. Specifically is who I was talking to. He sent out some new security screws for me because I screwed up, tried to do this the wrong way. As you can see, if you use some cutting oil and you use some anti-seize, you'll have no issues with getting those holes drilled and then using those security screws. And on top of that, unless you have that bit, you're not gonna be able to get these off. Just simple. I mean, I don't know who would even have that bit or anything on hand, so it's awesome to have that extra little bit of security. So if you wanted to chain this up once you have these in, you could do that and be pretty secure. So I did want to just show y'all real quick how easy this is. So we have our sway bars, and these just simply go in like that. That is their home. We just hook onto it like that. One hand operation. Thank you again, Hitchport, Gary, for helping me out, setting me straight. Hopefully this video is going to help some people. If anything, it's just going to show how easy it is to install these, really. If you have the correct tools, always have the correct tools. They told me I needed the lubrication and the anti-seize, and I was like, it's just self-tappers. Well, they're right. Hitchport is right. So, anyways, I'm Hank with RotoCityTech. Thank y'all so much for watching. Check the link in the description below for the link to pick this up. Super cheap, super awesome, and I can't tell you, I've been using this for a few weeks now. We used it while we were camping, and everybody in my family was like, dude, that is so awesome. So, simple idea, but sometimes those are the best. So, thank y'all for watching, and we'll see you next time.